It is a season opening game. Mark Stoops probably feels deep down he cannot afford to lose. Cats playing Southern Miss right now. The Golden Eagle offense led by Shannon Dawson, the man Stoops fired as his offensive coordinator at the end of last year. Out to Lexington, and there is Dawson back at Commonwealth Stadium where he spent 1 year under Stoops. His offense scored first, but UK scored more in the first half. First quarter, 7-all. Drew Barker to Garrett Johnson. Big first half for Barker, 11-19, 287 yards, 4 touchdowns. UK up 14-7. Golden Eagles trying to respond. The UK defense would not allow it. 3 turnovers in the first half for Southern Miss. Look at this pick here from J.D. Harmon. One-hand grab. Take one more look. Harmon 2 interceptions, and this would lead to a touchdown and some confusion from Dawson. Second quarter, Wildcats up 21-7. Barker to Johnson, worked once before, it works again. 53-yard score, Cats up 28-7. They were running away with it, and then suddenly they weren't. Third quarter, only an 11-point game. Nick Mullins, Julian Allen, touchdown. 18-yard score. Golden Eagles down only 4. They'd score again in the third to take a 3-point lead. Mark Stoops worried, nothing going right. End of the quarter. Barker intercepted. Right now, UK losing 41-35. They got a lot of time. 10 minutes left in the quarter, but right now UK is losing. We'll keep you updated on WDRB and WDRB.com. Cats looking to come back and win. If they do, they'll carry some of that momentum into next week's game against a team they haven't beaten in 30 years. That will be the 25th-ranked Florida Gators, who open up their season tonight against UMass. Before the game, Florida dedicating its field in honor of former head coach Steve Spurrier, back in Gator colors. Florida in a bit of a battle right now, though. First quarter, Gators' new starting quarterback Luke Del Rio locates Antonio Galloway. It's a 12-yard touchdown. Gators up 7-0. Second quarter, UMass responds. Ross Thomas making something out of nothing. 5-yard touchdown. Right now, though, the Gators lead 13-7. They are in the fourth quarter. Round the nation, this is a game Western Kentucky fans is watching closely. Top-ranked Alabama battling USC. Right now they are in the third. The Crimson Tide currently leading 24-3. Hilltoppers battle Bama a week from today. Some upsets in college football. A couple of those games involving some teams we'll see later this season against either Louisville or Kentucky. We'll start with number 15 Houston and third-ranked Oklahoma. Third quarter, Sooners trying to reclaim their lead. A 53-yard field goal that is short. Now here is where it gets crazy. Brandon Wilson from deep out of his own end zone has space, has a block, hurdles over his own teammate, and still manages to score. Sooner fans, they're stunned. Cougars win 33-23. Cards play Houston in November. Meanwhile, not one of the better days for the SEC. Leonard Fournette and number 5 LSU taking on unranked Wisconsin at Lambeau Field. Fourth quarter, Badgers up 2. LSU in trouble. Brandon Harris going to be picked off. Dakota Dixon on the interception. Tigers fall 16-14. It's Wisconsin's first victory over a top 5 team since 1985. Meanwhile, weird one out of the SEC. Mississippi State, 28-point favorites to beat South Alabama. Bulldogs at one point up 17-0, and they blow it. Fourth quarter, Dallas Davis to Gerald Everett, a 4-yard touchdown. Jaguars up 1. It's 21-20. Bulldogs still had a shot to come back. 6 seconds left. Weston Graves from 28 yards out. No, it is no good. South Alabama comes back to beat Mississippi State 21-20. Remember, the Cats play Mississippi State in late October. Soccer now. Louisville City trying to close in on a number 2 seed for the upcoming USL playoffs. Louisville, a 6-point lead on Richmond with only 4 games left to play in the regular season. Lou City back at it today against Montreal, a team that's not only photogenic, it's unbeaten in its last 5 matches. Scoreless in the first half, Tim Dobrovolsky making his first start, doing a great job. Great save in stoppage time. Dobrovolsky playing in place of Greg Ranjitsingh, who's off for the weekend with the Trinidad and Tobago national team. Second half, 47th minute, no score. Lou City a chance. Chandler Hoffman denied. It remains scoreless. That is, until a couple moments later off the corner, it's the captain, Aiden Quinn, with the header. That made it 1-0, and that would be your final. Louisville City wins. They are 3-1-2 in their last 6 matches. Well, straight ahead, we'll turn our attention to baseball. We'll explain how the Reds could affect the race for the second National League wild card. Cincinnati Reds aren't going to the playoffs, but they can still play a part in the makeup of the National League postseason. Cincinnati has upcoming series with the Mets and the Pirates. We're both trying to chase St. Louis for the second NL wildcard spot. The Reds beat the Cards last night in the first of a three-game series. They fell behind 1-0 early. Third inning, it's Zach Cozart evening up the score with the first of 2 hits. This RBI double made it 1-1. Reds would take a 2-1 lead in the fifth. Then later in the game, they pull away. Ramon Cabrera driving in a pair of runs in the seventh. Reds would add 5 more in the eighth, and they would go on to win by the final of 9-1. The Cardinals have now lost 3 straight. Down to the final 3 games of the season for the Louisville Bats. Louisville at Indianapolis tonight. Bottom 2. It's Willie Garcia smacking it out to left. This scores in Jose Ozuna. And the Indians take a 1-0 lead. It would stay all the way like that to the end of the game. Bryson Smith trying to get Louisville on the board, but he grounds out to end the game, and the Bats lose 1-0. Louisville has no chance now of finishing up the season with a .500 record. Golf, Paul Revere apparently back from the dead, checking out the FedEx Cup playoffs, round 2 of the Deutsche Bank Championships. St. X grad Justin Thomas, little playoff mustache there, 5th hole, gets the birdie to go down, but it was all downhill after the 6th, ended up at +4 today. He missed the cut. Your leader after 2, Kevin Chappell. Awesome day. Wins 7 under. Look at this on 10. It is an eagle. Chappell at 11 under after 2 rounds. He has a 1-shot lead on Paul Casey going into round 3 tomorrow. Finally, we close the show with high school football. And in case you didn't know, the polls are open for this week's Best Play. Go online to WDRB.com to cast your vote. Here are the nominees from last night. Start with Tom's Best Play. Male's Nathan Hobbs on the punt return right here. Somehow gets around a bunch of defenders, takes it back 85 yards for the touchdown. Male beat Fairdale 57-8. My best play came from St. X's Jacob Stover. Huge hit on Zion Kenner of Bowling Green. St. X, though, still lost 31-10. John's best play. PRP's Shannon Bishop taking a third-quarter kickoff down the sideline for a touchdown, all the way for PRP, who would go on to beat Doss 45-7. And Katie's best play, Central Hardin's Darius Barber, a 58-yard touchdown for the Bruins. That is sports tonight. I'm Mike Lissette. We'll see you right back here tomorrow night.